Okay. Essentially, what this is going to be some sort of like a entry sort of course thing. The biggest reason that I'm doing this is because for the longest time I've had very severe anxiety when it comes to stuff like this. Like there's a fear of not necessarily public recognition, but recognition in general, to the point where I can't normally do anything like this. And for the past 2 years I've been trying very hard to get over a lot of things, and this is one of them, where it's like the vulnerability when it comes to having an online presence or anything regarding that in any aspect is petrifying to me. So this is going to be, the original idea behind this was I was going to write a book, and the book was going to be called Opinions, and it was just going to be a plethora of any topic, and I was just going to lay my opinion out on it and just write it in a book form. But I figured there really wasn't a better way to do this than just to do it like this. Reason being is because nobody reads books anymore, and this will help me get better at speech. It'll help me get better at sentence formation, just everything in general. It's going to help with the majority of all the things that I currently struggle with. And I used to take videos for like a mental health kind of thing, which I highly recommend to anybody. And that alone helped me solidify my thoughts, because I felt like nobody could understand what I was going through except myself, which was, inherently just extremely wrong. But one of the best things about it was that after doing that, I was able not only to recognize everything I was doing wrong, but also understand that it wasn't just me. And so that's the point in which I'm trying to do this. We'll see how it goes. But the idea behind it is that it's just going to be like, I'm driving to work right now, but it's just going to be like a uncut, raw kind of thing where I can talk about anything that I want. I can give my opinion on absolutely anything that I want, and this is going to help me get better at not necessarily being seen, but having other people see me as a person. You know what I mean? So it's going to be just me talking for however long it is. I don't really have a time frame for it, but the idea behind it is to essentially just take my idea of having a book and put it like this. So I'd no longer be, in pages. It'll be in the web. But, so, main point for this one was just to try and explain, or try to get everybody to understand that this is how it's going to be. There's going to be a certain anything to it. It's more than likely going to be very heavily mentally health focused, because that's something that I'm extremely passionate about, and I have a lot of feelings towards specific things like that. Like I've always wanted to be a therapist and to be a psychologist and all that kind of stuff. So the majority of the time that I spend doing this is more than likely going to be surrounding the topics and ideologies behind mental health and physiology and things like that, which is something that I'm extremely passionate about. And the hope behind it is that eventually, after doing this for so long, there is actually something that I say that is worth some sort of substance in which it could change the way that somebody feels about a certain thing, or change a habit or something like that, just because that's something that I've always wanted to do, and it's not necessarily something that I've been able to do because I didn't really know how to go about it. So maybe this is the right way. I have no idea. But we'll see. So, yeah, no opinions for today. This is just, I just want to explain what this is going to be like. Our relationship. But, anyways, it's time for work. So, more than likely, opinion tomorrow.